Hello everyone, welcome to today's Genesis chapter 4 Bible study. We're going to be reading Genesis chapter 4, followed by a Bible trivia of Genesis chapter 4. So let's begin. Verse 1. And Adam knew his Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from God. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is their countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be on the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass, that every one that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, Therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any man finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived, and bare Enoch. And he builded a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Irad, and Irad begat Mehujael, and Mehujael begat Methusael, and Methusael begat Lamech. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives, and the name of the one was Ada, and the name of the other Zillah. And Ada bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such that have cattle. And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal, Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron, and the sister of Tubal, Cain, was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, Hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 77-fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For God said, She hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord. That's it for Genesis chapter 3 Bible reading. Now it's time for the quiz. Number 1. The first human being born was called what? A. Eve. B. Abel. C. Adam. D. Cain. You have 15 seconds. The answer is D. Cain, and you can see this in Genesis chapter 4 verse 1. Number 2. What description was given to Abel's sacrifice? A. Fat and firstborn. B. Fat. C. pure and firstborn. D. Big and well fed. You have 5 seconds. The answer is A. Fat and firstborn. And you can see this in Genesis chapter 4, verse 4. Number 3. Who was the first man to open the womb of a woman? A. Cain. B. Adam. C. Eve. D. Abel. You have 5 seconds. The answer is A. Cain. And you can see this in Genesis chapter 4 verse 1 where it says, a person who opens the womb is the firstborn. You can also see this in Exodus chapter 13 verse 2. Number 4. What was Abel's profession? A. Porter. B. Blacksmith. C. Farmer. D. Shepherd. You have 5 seconds. The answer is D. Shepherd. And you can see this in Genesis chapter 4, verse 2. Number 5. Tubal-Cain certainly was a very important man of skill in his day. His sister might have been very proud of him. What was his sister's name? A. Zillah. B. Ada. C. Nama. D. Arad. You have 5 seconds. The answer is C. Nama. And you can see this in Genesis chapter 4, verse 22. That's it for today's Bible trivia. If you would like more practice on Genesis chapter 4, go ahead and listen to the Genesis chapter 4 Extra Trivia podcast.